This is how Bethel Christian Reformed Church, along with thousands of others in 40 different countries, decided to commemorate the eve of the 40th anniversary of Earth Day.
And understanding.
Tuning into a live simulcast called Hope for Creation, streamed worldwide on the internet from Northland Church in Orlando, Florida, the mission of this event was simple: get the church talking about caring for the planet.
What that trash story told us, so we know what to recycle.
For Bethel Christian Reformed Church, located just north of Toronto, their story is much like many other churches. Caring for creation, which seems to be the buzz phrase used throughout the simulcast and among most in the faith community, instead of caring for the environment, hasn't always been something they talked a lot about. But that is slowly changing, as thousands signed up to take part in this event. At Bethel Christian Reformed Church in particular, we were amazed at how many young people showed up to watch the simulcast.
I care about the environment, and I think that youth in general should at least be seen, and it's great for us to be there and have people see us and to see other people, to be able to talk to them, and people who care about the environment, and so that we can all get together and become closer to one another so that we can actually make a change in this world.
But as Jason Postma, Bethel's youth pastor, explained, this is a discussion that crosses generations, and most of the congregation is realizing they need to get involved.
I think that in talking with the youth and also with the older members of our congregation, there's a real commitment not only to the practicality, the living out our faith, but also to creation care specifically. We have a lot of landscapers and people who work outside in that, and so it seemed like to be a natural fit, both the interest with the younger kids and the older.
For Henry Lise, one of the members, the church needs to be a leader in caring for creation, setting an example of how to take care of what God has entrusted us with.
Well, I think as a church, we want to integrate with the environment. We want to integrate with the community around us. And when people see us taking care of creation, they'll want to know why we're going out of our way to do that. And then we can talk to them about the Creator, that we love God. Jesus was the Word, is the Word, and all was created through Him. And so it all hangs together. We can't separate the spiritual and the physical or material.
40 years ago, when Earth Day was born, the idea was to encourage teaching and dialogue about the betterment of the environment. Little did they know then that decades later, more people would be aware of the issues concerning our planet, but the deterioration of it would be even more significant. And while the conversation surrounding caring for the Earth shouldn't only happen on Earth Day, many we spoke to feel it is a discussion that needs to continue, especially in the church, which they say tends to be weary of discussion pertaining to the environment. Recently, there was a conference in Toronto held by the University of Calgary and the Elliott Allen Institute of Theology and Ecology. The topic at hand was climate change as a moral issue. Many from the faith community were asked to attend, as some major environmental thinkers talked about ways to dialogue about the issue of our changing environment.
Last night,
among the speakers was professor and author Loren Wilkinson of Regent College in BC. He has written 2 books on the issue, Earthkeeping and Caring for Creation in Your Own Backyard. He says Christians have a good reason to be critical of discourse concerning the environment. It's a word he dislikes as well.
Christians are understandably concerned that what they understand to be the gospel not get watered down. And the environment sounds like another cause, another kind of ideological movement. But the very word environment, which you used, is a bad word for what we're talking about. We're talking about creation. We're talking about God's valued creation, which God made, loves, sustains, and calls good. And sometimes Christians hear a phrase like caring for the environment or preserving the environment as sort of an elitist liberal hobby that doesn't have much to do with them. But in fact, caring for creation is what we're here for. It's what we're created for. It's what we're saved for, if you want to use that kind of evangelical language.